today. Do some more fossil talk. And today we're talking about, first of all, I'm going to discover about this one here. This nice little discovery pack. I've just, to save time and effort for those, you see, you've got to actually dig these fossils out of these little clay rock things. So, you know, but, you know, I figured screw that, so I basically decided to put them in water and soak the clay off and then sort of dig them out that way. A little bit more easier, because when you're digging, as you see on the box, when you're actually digging it out of the clay, there's a risk that you can actually damage the fossils, as you'll probably see on some of my other ones that I've got here. So this one comes from Discovery. The other one I think comes from the History Channel, I believe. I think the other ones were. But this one here is from Discovery. So, which is also on the History Channel, but I think these ones are different. I think, no, wait a minute, no, Smithsonian, I think these ones are. I can't remember which one's which. Sorry for the life of me at the moment. But we'll get through these fossils. So let's get into it, shall we? The music is being played is ROCKO'S Modern Life from the TV show, sung, or basically done by Sarah Frost, and produced by, the music was produced and arranged by Geek Music. I'm going to get into these fossils I got out from, I think it was actually, I know it may sound greedy, but to get a decent amount of fossils, I got 4 of these kits. So, let's have a look at this lot. Okay, what I believe, I just need to pull up also a sheet list. Let's see, I've got a few of them here. Sorry, people. I think this one here might be some sort of what they pronounce as Orthocoides, I think it's called, or Orthocetrus, or basically it was like a cone-like thing that basically swam in the ocean with a squid on the end of it. Something similar to the ammonite or whatever. But since we couldn't have the cone, the cone was actually in these sets were actually chopped up into fragments. So I believe that's your Orthocoides one right there. Sorry, I need to take my fingers away so you can actually see it in the light. There we go. I think that's one piece there for the Orthocoides. I think I'll have a few of those. Next on our list, I think we'll call it a crinoid. Now, I'm not exactly sure what a crinoid is exactly. I think it's more like some sort of plant or something. Not 100% sure on that, so correct me if I'm wrong, people. But there we go. I think that's the crinoid, which is, like I said, I believe it's like an ocean sea-dwelling plant. There we go. There's another one. What's interesting about the crinoid is that it has these like strips, like rings going actually around the entire fossil. I don't know if the camera's actually picking that up, but there you go. And I've got some other interesting little bits here too. So this is an interesting haul I got. Now I believe this is the gastropod shell or an ammonite, but it seems to have got split in half. So the top of the crown of it is actually here, whereas the rest of it is non-existent, and it seems to have actually embedded itself in another form of rock around the outside of it. So that's an interesting little piece right there. I'm pretty sure it is actually a ammonite, a small ammonite, but I could be wrong. Let's see what else we've got here. Now I don't know, because there's no actual identifying features on this one, but I'm just going to assume it's one of the. I'm just having a deep look here, so if there's actually any identifiable features. Oh, by the way, sometimes people, if you put water on it or spit on it or something like that, you could actually, see if you can actually see something in there. I'm not exactly sure what this one is, so, but there's this one. I'm suspecting it could be a clamshell, but there's no defining features on this one what it actually is. Hell, it could even just be a bit of like graphite or something from like a from something else. I don't know what that one is, people, so you have to bear with me. Next one we have, I believe it to be the pink gastropod. There we go, beautiful there, the pink gastropod. Now I believe this one was supposed to be quite an interesting snail. I believe it was a sea snail. I think I've got a few of those as well. I think that's just one of them. Yeah, there we go. I think that's another one. Well, it's only just the top half, so there we go. There's another one. So there's only the top half section of it, whereas the other one's like the full one. So, and let's see what else we got here. Another one of those orthrotitis things. I said I could be botching it. This thing. Orthochitis. There we go. That thing. That's the tip of it, and I don't think it actually connects to any of the previous parts that I've got, but that's the tip. Like I think the top half of it. Whereas the other one was the middle. Let's see what else. We've also got some shark teeth. Now, for some reason, I don't think this one's on here, but I believe that this might be the sand tiger shark. Now, I do have some info on that, and I might bring it back for when I do another, for when I do the shark ones in a minute. But yeah, I'll give you some more information on the sand tiger shark fossil in a minute. But there we go, that's a sand tiger shark tooth. This one here, I believe, is the odious shark tooth as well. There's the I believe that's the odious shark tooth. Again, like I said, I'll get into some information about those in a minute when I get to the shark fossils. That was a chip piece. I don't know what that was actually, because it's only just a shard. Let's see what else. Again, another one of these things. Now, I believe to me this one may be a flattened, it's like a squashed ammonite. That's what I reckon this one is. I reckon it's like a flat squashed ammonite. I could be wrong, but that's what I think it is. Or a squashed Sahara gastropod. I believe that's what could be. A squashed variant. So there you go. And what else we have here? Another one of those sorry people, I'm botching it. Orthoceras, I believe, Orthoceras. Again, I think that's actually a tip of it. Let's see what else we got here. No, I think that might be the. Oh no, that probably still is. Another one is orthochiroses. Let's see what else is here. Now here's an interesting one. Here's another one. This would be the trying to think what this one is. Basically, some sort of shark tooth. Again, but there we go. Stingray tooth. There we go. Just found it. It's like a stingray tooth, which is rather interesting. Since stingrays actually have like teeth that fold in on themselves, so they actually hold up like that, and underneath the gums. So because they basically suck things up off the bottom of the sea floor. So I've got a few of those. There we go. Some stingray teeth, which is really funny considering I thought stingray teeth would be more cartilage based than actually bone based, but then again these fossils could just be impressions, because they said there's a couple of fossils you can get is actually impressions, so it could be an impression or it could actually be the true legit stingray tooth. Let's see what else. Now this one here, I think it might be what they say is corpulite. Now if you don't know what corpulite is, it's basically shit from a dinosaur or a bird or whatever that's from around that same time of period. Again, it could just be some sort of lava rock as well, but as far as I'm aware of, it does look more like corpulite to me, which is basically like a dinosaur shit. Another one here, again, I think that one again might just be another bit of corpulite, which is a piece of dinosaur shit mainly. Basically, it just looks like a normal rock, except it's coloured, like I said, almost like a coloured like a chocolate. Except I wouldn't go eating it. Well, you'd probably break your teeth on that. But then again, that being said, some chocolates you'd actually break your teeth on too, wouldn't you? So we have that. Just checking things. Okay, because eventually the video isn't running out. Let's see what else. We have, because this video may run out, so I may have to do a part 2, people, but if I can get it all in one, that'll be brilliant for this one. This one here is coral. Again, coral's been around for like millions of years, or according to some people say. I say thousands of years myself. But what's amazing about this coral is it's even starting to actually crystallize inside. Now I don't know if the lighting here is going to be able to pick that up. I don't have a torch on me right now to actually have a look, but as you can see, I'm hoping the lighting there shows it. There's actually like crystals actually inside the coral, so that's quite interesting. Another piece of coral. There we go. Now this one here I believe is another squashed ammonite. Now the reason why I think some of these things are being squashed is because like the sea pressures. I believe when there's a lot of pounding of water and sea pressure, because a lot of these things have been found during like oceans and stuff. So I reckon once they've been buried in the sediment, they actually, like I said, the pressure may crush it a little bit. The pressure of the weight of the water, plus also the weight of all the dirt being on top, can actually probably crush a lot of these beautiful fossils. Now this one here, I believe, is the clam. Or wait a minute, it may actually be. Oh, this one's interesting. So I don't really know. I think this might be the clam, or it could be another. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it probably is the clam, actually. Yeah, I think this is actually a clam. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is a clam, or it could be another stingray tooth, but I'm pretty sure it's another clam. And what's actually the actual proper designation for this thing is called a breacher pod. Now, I'll swing it over here. That's what I'm talking about, the breacher pod. It's like a clam-like shell, again, supposed to be for millions of years, but like I said, 1,000. And I've got a few of those as well. So that was one of those ones. But I've got some other ones here as well. So let's have a look at these ones. Some more of the breacher pods. I think in these collections, the breacher pod clamshells seem to be the most predominant in this fossil collection, because there's very many different sizes, many different species, but I think most of the ones I have here is a lot from the same species, but I could be wrong. We have, I think, no, that's not, no, that's not the one. There we go, this one here. There's another clam one right there. But I think, like I said again, I think this one's, like I said, the breacher pod. That one is a really nice piece. Then we have another one. Now this one here almost looks like a proper shell. I mean, this one, like I said, unless you knew it was fossilized, you wouldn't even suspect that that's actually fossilized. That actually looks almost like as it was when it was actually alive. That is amazing. And then we have this other one here, which I said had to basically get a brush, like a toothbrush, to get all the crap off some of this stuff, because there's like a lot of clay that's stuck to it, which is almost close to the way you find fossils in real life. You have to clear away the clay and the mud and the dirt remnants, except though, sadly say, I didn't have a proper lab to do it with, so they did come off a little bit half-assed, a little bit. So sorry for my swearing, but you know what I mean. Like half done. But there you go, there's another beautiful one, and again, it still looks exactly almost like it would when it was alive, or in the sense of the shell. Now we're still going. Another breacher pod. Beautiful. I'm hoping the camera's actually picking this up. And also, I'm sorry, people, also for this video actually has like a clicking sound. I don't know why my videos lately have been having this sort of sound. I think it might be something to do with the camera. But anyway, there we go. Another breacher pod. Very nice piece. Very good on displays. Let me see what else. There we go. Yeah, the breacher pod we're talking about. There we go. Sorry about that. Zoom in there. There we go. Now, I'm going to try and do this one as quickly as possible, so there's going to be a bit of a speed run, I think, because I'm starting to run out of space. So I want to try and get this one done before I move on to the next fossil. Okay, here we go. Another one of those. So that's another one of the clam shells. Another clam shell. Again, just like the last one a bit. Like I said, they look almost like if they were actually like they do now. They haven't changed over those so-called millions of years that people say. That's what I find strange. A lot of the fossils have not changed, and the animals have not actually changed within those million of year gap. Now, what's this one? This could be, I believe, might be like another ammonite, because you see the crown up there going around to there, so I reckon that might be an ammonite in there. So that's interesting. Let's get some more of these ammonites out of the way. There we go, here's another ammonite. Now this one I absolutely love, because you get to see this nice curvature of the actual ammonite. And it's also been polished and cleaned. I just cleaned it myself a little bit, but the polishing, I believe, may have come from the person who basically put in the collection. But there you go. And what I love about this one is it's got like all these little bumps and stuff on the outer shell. That's pretty amazing for what it is. And then we have another ammonite. Now this one I believe is almost looks like it's almost opalized, but I think it's just just the pearly colour of the shell. That's another ammonite. Ammonites were basically something a bit like the nautilus, I believe. If you look up the animal nautilus, it's like a squid in a shell. That's what they claim to be. I personally believe that the ammonites may have been actually more like a sea snail than a nautilus, but that's just my opinion. There we go, another sinoid. Again, you can tell it's a sinoid because it's got all these rings around the thing instead of being like a fishbone. But that actually comes to another lovely great piece, actually a fishbone. So this is pretty big. So I might even think that this fishbone might even belong to an ichthyosaur, which is like a tailbone of an ichthyosaur. That's what I believe it could be. But there it is, a fishbone. Unless anyone else knows what kind of fish that kind of belong to, let me know. And this one here is the white urchin, also sometimes known as the starfish fossil. But I think this is the white urchin, sea urchin. That's that one there. I think this one here is another. This one's a weird one. I think this might be another one of those sea urchin ones. I'm not exactly 100% sure what that one is. I think this one might be another sea urchin one. Not exactly sure. Again, I believe this one's probably either wood or a bit of fossilised wood or corpulite. This could be fossilised wood or corpulite, I believe. Again, another squashed, I believe, either squashed gastropod, Sahara gastropod, or ammonite, but squashed. It's absolutely flattened if you look at the edges of it. Almost looks like a coin in comparison. It's really flattened. Then we've got another coral, a lovely piece of a coral. And also, I believe this one here is another possible sea urchin one, I believe. But I can't really see the actual imprint on it. I don't know if you people can. Normally, so. And then there's another one of the orthocyrus, whatever you call that thing. And then we have another lump, which I'm not sure what it actually is. This one has got no identifying marks or features. But there we go. I think it's there, and I think it might be again the sea urchin again on that section here. I don't know if you can see it, but there we go. So that's that collection, and this video is about to run out, so I'll start another one soon. Okay, and that's about 15 or 17 different species, I think. I'll have to go back and recount it. But there you go, people. So that's one of my fossil collections. Okay, catch you all later, people. I'll be back in a minute for another one in a second. Bye.